Alright, I went by Tom's Tire today and got some used tires to put on Roscoe. And I thought I'd give you a quick rundown on how to decode the secrets of your tire. So a lot of you already know about the numbers here: 225, 75, 16. 225 is the width of your tread, 75 is the percentage of that width for the height, and 16 is the diameter of the rim. But what does this other stuff mean? What's this 115, 112? That's your load rating. A 115 load rating is around 2,650 pounds. 112, I think, is somewhere a little over 2,400 pounds. But I want to check and see what load ratings I have on these tires. This one here, if you notice, it's got a thing here. It says load range E. Supposedly load range E is like a 10-ply tire, 8-ply tire, something like that. I don't like that rating as much. This actually gives you a weight class, 115, 112, which is the same as this one, 115, 112. Now, most tires will just have one number, not both. But when you're dealing with light truck tires, that's what the LT stands for, and even though Roscoe's a dually, it's still a light truck. That 115, 112, it is determined by whether it's a single tire or whether you mount it as a dually. If you have it mounted as a single tire, it's got a 115 load rating. If you mount it in tandem with another tire, the load rating drops. And the reason for that is if your tire blows out, you don't want to load it up like it's a single tire and then all of a sudden have, you don't want to put twice as much weight on it and then have it blow out and just obliterate the tire. So they drop the load rating if you mount it with another tire, just for safety's sake. So that's how you read that. And so somewhere on here, we're going to see some numbers that will tell you when the tire was made. I'm not seeing it on this side. It may be on the back side. And here it is, 0220. This tire was made in the second week of 2020. It's not the month, it's the week. So anyways, that's how you figure those out. Now, something you have to realize also on these regular markings that you're used to, this 225 width, not every manufacturer measures it the same. I've got 4 different brands of tires here. I got a Firestone, a Goodyear, a Nexen, and I'm not even sure what brand that is there. So let's take a ruler out and see if they actually measure out to 225. They are all 225, 75, 16s, but let's see if they all measure out the same. This Goodyear here was manufactured 18th week of 2019. That's how you know this isn't done by the month. There's no 18 months in the year. 18th week of 2019 is when this tire was made. So it's a little over 3 years old. It's not too bad. And I would love to measure these in millimeters, but I live in the land of freedom where you're free to measure however you want so long as it's in standard. So that's about 7 1/8 inch. This one's 7 1/2 inches. That's the Nexen. And the Firestone measures less than 7 inches. And this no-name tire is just about 7 inches spot on. So even though these are all 225s, they don't measure out the same. They're all on the same size wheels. Even though these are DRW wheels, they're going to go on front. They're all the same width. So anyways, these tires are just going on Roscoe for the purposes of getting it out of the shop and getting it to where I can weld on it. And I'll probably do, whenever I get the truck running, I'll do my test driving on these. But before I do any serious driving, I'll replace these with some newer tires. And this set of 4 tires here, bought them used, cost me $180. And I tipped the guys the other $20 because they had a real bear of a time getting the tire off one of the wheels. It was just, I don't know if it was the cow manure that glued it on real well, but it did not want to come off the rim. So tip your tire guys. They work hard for their living.